Welcome to the Create with Katrina Julia show by Fit Life Creation, where we talk all the things on wellness, faith, marketing, business, and travel to create a life and business you love. I've been there, friend. I've walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and bondage to freedom, along with transformation in every area of my life. I'm right here with you, walking along on my own path to creating. So tune in so that you learn how to create a life and business you love, hands-on. Let's create it.
Welcome to Creator Confessions and my highlights on May. So this is definitely coming a bit later than usual in the month. I typically love to have it done in the first week, but with a move and adjustments in lifestyle and so many other things, and it definitely shifted this month, and I am giving myself all the grace. May was magical and madness all at the same time. How are you feeling about May, and how are you feeling about 2023 in general? It is such a great idea to reflect on the realities of being a creator to CEO and sharing with your community the behind the scenes, and that I am, and you are a real person. So this may be something you want to take on as well. So I felt from a biz standpoint, I felt great with the B2B to C components, with integrating AI and IO and intelligent outreach tech and tools. And you can definitely listen to that on the previous episode on the show. At the same time, I felt more emotional than ever, AKA lifing. I moved in May and migrated from Buckhead, and helping a friend out in June and July in Marietta, Georgia, with house sitting and puppies during their international travel. So that's definitely a shift from my previous 2+ years full time. And at the same time, it's reminding me of years where I lived in Houston and a more neighborly slash suburban slash residential lifestyle. And I'm definitely loving being immersed with puppies. Puppies slash poodles, because they are 4.5 years old, Tucker and Cooper. They're sitting in front of me right now sleeping. And you can definitely see pictures and a video of them on my Instagram. I just posted about them and being my co-working buddies at Katrina Julia Fit. From a practical standpoint, I feel like my discipline decreased in May with just different things happening, and also inner conflicts with faith, feeling, and focus to heal and feel. Anyone else? And my divine discipline, AKA my phrase this year, is definitely did take a step back in May with healing. So spiritually, I increased my prayers and attended a summit online with Epic Fab Girl. And you can see all this on one of my newsletters I do monthly on these confessions if you subscribe in the link in bio. Physically, I did reach 10,000 plus minutes with Peloton in May, but I did have 6 days of decreased workouts. I did maintain 100% alignment with Herbalife food and lifestyle. And I did spend some time at Perspire Sauna. And from an aspect of worthiness and discipline, in finances and business, I did decrease discipline. But at the same time, what was magical about it, with less work, I increased impact and influence with movement, including increased use of ChatGPT and Apollo.io. Because literally now, like with ChatGPT alone, I was able to save over 40 hours a month. Then I was able to transfer that to my VAs and reprioritize their focus. And so as a result, our total traction in B2B and pipelines have increased. My emails, and sending an average of 2 emails weekly, did increase. I did implement automation via Apollo.io, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. Social media did decrease with the emotions and advanced work done, but that is definitely changing as I've made a lot of moves in June with Social Curator and Dottie. And you're going to hear a lot more about that in the June Creator Confession. So sometimes I feel like we get to take a step back to rise up. And that has definitely been the case. I literally, you guys, before recording this episode, I have over 30 posts in draft form in Social Curator. And that is something that I will be highlighting in content creation done for you and hopefully partnering with retreat centers really, really, really soon and other brands as well. If you didn't hear my episode on creating content with Google, definitely check that out. I increased clarity and aligned launches with Kajabi on Chief Marketing Officer and Influencer Marketing and submitted over $3 million in aligned proposals. I completed an investor program with Graham and Walker. You can listen about that on 2 episodes on the show recently. And then I recently reached repeat $2 million proposal weeks with Apollo.io for sponsorships for high end offers and events with influencer marketing in May. And there's a lot more that I've now done in June that I'll be sharing in the June recap. And then I also am now using repurpose.io regularly to 10x to 100x social media. And I can't wait to see now what happens with the increased focus, consistency, automation, and AI. I did, and talking about clearing and making space, I did step away from another organization serving in May. I did create space to align or not align with a women's organization in May, and trusting the timing, that it may be this fall or it may be next year sometime. And I'll be sharing more about what's happening with that in June, with the June Confessions recap. And not to mention, coming up on the show is a co working event that I am testing poolside and rooftop wise in Atlanta. It's listed on my link in bio if you're in Atlanta. It's also listed on Fever Up, on Meetup, and more. And then I applied for the study abroad grant with Gabby at Paxlight. If you don't follow her, definitely connect with her. I filmed 3+ videos, 14+ podcasts, 19+ Instagram reels. And that's not all, because it's about being a human being. From a playful and healing aspect, I increased feeding my soul with prayer, journaling, EFT, emotional freedom technique. I'll be sharing more on that on an episode soon. Let me just make a note real quick so I don't forget on the next episodes coming up. I did more dancing and yoga and sauna. I increased with friends in Atlanta at Home Depot backyard and live music in Alpharetta. I immersed myself in learning in communities including Epic Fab Girl, Social Curator, B School, Jessica, the sponsorship lady. I took myself on a date to the High Museum with Oasis, their wellness premiere event, dancing at the Home Depot backyard, in case I didn't mention that, and some downtime and exploring perimenopause resources, the joys of womanhood. I am doing much, much better, thankfully, and I will be sharing more on that on a series on It's Getting Hot in Here. I'm just typing that so I don't forget. I made a note of it before. And all the single ladies as we shift into my summer summit with Create It Summit and more. Whew. So, if you haven't yet, definitely check out the 75+ tools in the link. Definitely leave a review on the show, you guys. That way it reaches more people. We have over 50+ reviews. I shared a recent one that Tamara shared recently on another episode. And definitely don't sleep on my YouTube channel, Limitless Global Girl. I share a ton there too, in case you prefer to see me face to face. So, on the next episode, I will be sharing a 7-minute preview on what it's like to create it with me. So, feel free to dive in. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire, because you are born to.
chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel so you create a life and business you already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.